I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
And welcome back. It's Midday Muscle. I'm Tyler. Let's check out the latest. Since the NFL draft wrapped up last week, it might be a little late for a football reference here, but we're going to do it anyways. Because there are two things that you can never have enough of in the NFL: speed and power. And if you saw how easily Hadi Choopan was throwing around those giant dumbbells earlier this week, it's obvious that speed and power are two things he's got in abundance. For one reason or another, there's been a lot of criticism thrown his way over the past few weeks. But at the end of the day, he's the reigning and defending champion, and he's showing absolutely no signs of slowing down. So unless another one of these guys in that top group are going to make a major jump this year and be able to match that kind of speed and power, all the intangibles that he brings, we have a hard time believing that the Hadi Choopan era is going to be a one-and-done thing. The RX Muscle team has not been to Brazil in a minute, so if they're doing things differently around there, we cannot report on it. But they are doing something right with William Martins. According to the latest reports from his camp, right now his weight is hovering somewhere in the 340s, and they are planning to keep pushing that envelope for the next 5 or 6 weeks before he shifts gears to focus on his first contest prep of the season. Outside of Big Ramy, I certainly can't think of another high-level bodybuilder in recent memory who has carried this amount of size into a contest prep. And this is definitely uncharted territory for him, which means that even he doesn't know what this will look like when he starts peeling away these layers. But if he can figure out the conditioning piece and step on stage somewhere close to 300 pounds, it will be interesting to see what the judges do with that and whether or not the bigger is better approach will earn him points on the scorecards. Our writer seems to think that some of you have been skipping leg day lately. So hopefully you'll get a change of heart after this update from Charles Griffen, because while he is rehabbing at that torn pec, it looks like every day is going to be leg day for the time being. Charles posted this clip on Instagram recently to give his fans a sneak peek at what he's been up to since he suffered that fateful injury during training a few weeks ago. It may have cut his prep for the California Pro short, but for the most part, it looks like he hasn't missed a beat. Right after he got hurt, the word from his camp was that this would be a 4 to 6 week injury, so he isn't in the clear yet to resume all of his normal activities. But if he can maintain this pace, we've got a feeling that it won't take him long to hit his stride once his doctor gives him the green light. The Texas Pro lineup is going to be loaded this year. We've already told you about this, we've already covered it, but a few days ago, we heard some news that might have the potential to make this year's battle even more interesting, because the rumors floating around that Martin Fitzwater may decide to push his chips to the center of the table here. Although the initial word from his camp was that he was going to sit out for the entire season to add size so he could come back and be more competitive, there are some people close to his camp who believe that Martin might decide to put those plans on pause and lace up the trunks for this year. He finished second at last year's show behind Andrew Jacked, and with Andrew being in the lineup again this year, there's a chance that Martin wants to use this as an opportunity to even out the win column between them. So if he decides to go this route, and if he can bring the same level of conditioning he had last year to go along with his added size, he could be another dark horse contender to spoil Andrew's plans for a repeat. And that'll do it for this Friday's Midday Muscle. You guys have a fun weekend. We'll see you back after it.